Hey guys, how are you? So last time I was here, I just finished basic training. I was just going to advanced training. And the way it works in the Army is when you get to basic training, you go from being a citizen to a soldier. And advanced training, they say, is to go from a soldier to a warrior. We got there, and the first thing we got was a bag. We had a carrot, can of tuna, and a stick of meat. And that's it. And that had to last us 24 hours. The whole idea is to work, to learn how to ration yourself, ration your food. Because if you're in times of war, they can't keep refilling your food, so you have to learn how to eat less and how to work with not eating. After that week, they officially told me that I was becoming a sharpshooter. Not only a sharpshooter, they called me the head sharpshooter of the 2015 enlistment class of the paratroopers. Just 1 week after that, we started doing jump school. So it was 4:30 in the morning. This was a Sunday morning. I still remember it exactly. Alarms going off, everyone's getting up, getting ready, rushing to get into your parachute and everything. And I started thinking to myself, what am I doing? So I had to jump out of an airplane. It hadn't really registered yet. Took exactly an hour to get to the tarmac. Once we got to the tarmac, it was an hour bus ride. I remember seeing the C-130s, that's the planes that we jumped out of, coming down the strip and getting ready to jump. All of a sudden, they said, all right, everybody on your feet. I looked around, and I realized I was going to be the first one out of the plane. I didn't plan this, but that just kind of happened. On the plane, there's yelling, there's the engine, everyone yelling at you, you're throwing your cord, there's just noise galore. And then all of a sudden, it's just silence in the air. When I got to the bottom, I didn't believe it that I had actually jumped. I was fine, I could walk. And it's really hard to describe, but I looked up and you just see a row of 40 to 50 people in the air with parachutes doing the same thing you just did. It was unreal. So we started the ceremony for the berets. The way it works is you have your green beret on. You go to your commander. He takes off your green beret. They put a red beret on your head. After you get the red beret, you salute, and then you walk around all the commanders as they say congratulations. I walked past my personal commander, and he slapped the kumta off my head. And he said, you don't deserve this. And I said, what did I do? He then put his hands on his head, took off his beret and put it on my head. He said, you deserve my beret. So I ended up getting after all that, my commander ended up giving me his own personal beret that he had. But I want to take a second and tell you guys what it's like to be a lone soldier in Israel. When you hear lone soldier, you think of somebody with no family, nothing to do, and a hard time. It's the exact opposite. The amount of people that have given us free food, taking us in. We were in Tiberias, and a random couple came up to us and said, are you guys lone soldiers who are speaking in English? I said, actually, yes, we are. For an entire day, they took us to a hot spring, lunch, biking tour, dinner, all for free, all on them, just because we were lone soldiers. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm sure you guys know this. This is the fleece that the Israel Club ended up getting for us. So, yeah, the entire sleeve is also that kind of material. And it's kind of hard to describe to you guys how thankful we are for this. In negative 30-degree weather, it's not that easy to stay warm. You can't really. But somehow the fleece does the trick. So before I left, I asked my friends to write down a little bit about what they thought of the fleece. And every person said the same thing. They can't understand, and they just can't understand how a school can do so much and raise so much for a unit and just look after us like that. So from everybody from the 809th Battalion of the Paratroopers IDF, we want to say thank you guys. And, continue supporting us, continue praying for us. And we're thinking about you guys when we're on the battlefield. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask?
Are you planning on staying after the Army, making Aliyah?
I am planning on staying there. I don't see myself coming back home. I've already made Aliyah. So I'm doing 3 years in the Army. Yeah, I just don't see myself coming back home. I see college, life, family, I see everything over there. After everything you go through and over there, all I talk about is being there. So it's pretty set in stone that I'll be there for my life. So there are 2 pins that every paratrooper wears. One of them is this to say that you jumped off the plane. Another one is this, and this means that you have officially finished all of your training as a paratrooper. So this thing that goes on. Lindsay, for you, the pin for you to jump off the plane. And Mike, this is the pin for when you finish your training.